So nevertheless, I haven't seen her in a long time. She stayed from when I was born to about 5 or 6 from when I went to school, and then my parents didn't need a nanny anymore. I went off to school, and there was no more nanny, and that was it. So, but they sponsored her through my grandfather, and just today I was doing a consultation, and the gentleman who came in, they have an unusual last name. Gentleman came in, had that same last name as my nanny.
Okay.
From 1968. So I said, "Are you any relationship to this woman?" He said, "Yes, that's my aunt." I go, "Did your aunt tell you to come here?" He goes, "No, I just know to come to Spar and Bernstein." I go, "Call your aunt up and ask her if she took care of Brad Bernstein when he was a baby to 6." And lo and behold, I couldn't believe it. She's still alive. She's in her mid-80s. She sounded exactly the same as I remember her from a little kid. And I spoke to her for the first time in like 25 years. It was actually very funny. So the point being is that my parents, sponsored this woman. And so Spar and Bernstein has been doing job sponsorships, marriage cases from the day I was born.
Okay.
And before. Over 50 years.
And it's literally in your blood, Brad.
It's literally in my blood. We've been doing it for over 60 years now, and when you say we're taking it to the next level, because for the first 45, 50 years we were just doing immigration, and now yes, we are taking it to the next level. We are just now as known for personal injury as we are for immigration. We're actually going to be featured in New York Magazine this summer with the largest verdict for New York State for an automobile accident in 2011. They are featuring a few what they call top lawyers, and I never like to say we're top lawyers, but I guess if New York Magazine says it, then we are. And they are featuring us on a 2-page spread over the summer. They're coming to photograph me on Thursday. I'll let you know when the magazine article comes out. And they're featuring us because we got the largest verdict in New York State for 2011 for an automobile accident, $2.55 million. So when we do it for immigration, we do it for immigration. When we do it for personal injury and medical malpractice, we do it also. So that's when you say we're taking it to the next level, we certainly are.
Okay, sounds great. Now, for everybody listening, again, we are talking to attorney Brad Bernstein from Spar and Bernstein. You heard him give you a nice little background story there, and he is serious about what he does. It runs in his veins, whether he likes it or not. This is what he's destined to do. So, Brad, let's give everybody the telephone number to call to talk to you right here, right now. He's live, and if you want any legal advice right now, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to call. 718-749-5005. That's to speak to Mr. Brad Bernstein right now. 718-749-5005. But if you want to obviously make an appointment, the number is 1-800-526-7977. Okay? But let's go to the phones, take our first call here. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. You have a question for attorney Brad Bernstein. Go ahead.
No, I don't really have a question. Because I compliment Brad,
Okay, go ahead.
And, yeah, man, and good work with him. Because when I compare him with the next lawyer, the next lawyer, them don't really answer the question. Them must beat around the bush and I tell you, come down to my office. Just answer a simple question. So compliment to Brad,
Okay, well, I thank you very much on his behalf. Brad, you can respond, sir.
Well, thank you very much. I love compliments. If you have compliments, please call me on the radio and tell me your compliments. And I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to tell me that you like the job that I'm doing, because that makes me want to come and do it again and again and again, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yes, but you're doing a very good job. As I said, the next lawyer, them really answer the question, and you go straight to the point and answer the question. So,
well, you know what? The reality is, if I'm going to take the time to get on the radio, I might as well help somebody, and not BS everybody for 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for the call. I like that, Brad. Nice way to start it off this afternoon.
That is. And by the way, if you do want to reach me, my telephone number, we have a special number for Irie Jam listeners. It's 1-800-JAM-77. That's 1-800-526-7977. Call now. I have client service representatives standing by. If you call the 1-800-526-7977 number, we have people standing by. You can make appointments right now for immigration. If you have a personal injury issue, medical malpractice, criminal defense, divorce, tax debt relief. And even if you don't have a problem today, eventually you will always have a problem. Save my telephone number. The best way to save it is just dial it and hang up. My staff knows you're hanging up and saving the number. It's okay. Not insulting anybody.
Okay.
Just dial the number. Have my number when you have that problem. 1-800-JAM-7977. 1-800-526-7977.
That's right. But while we have Mr. Brad, ma'am, go ahead with your question.
Yes, I have a question. I have a friend that recently went to immigration in last year, and when he went, his wife decided not to go through with it. He got a letter to go to immigration court, and he wants to know, should he go to court, or he's not sure what should he do.
Well, if he doesn't go to court, he absolutely has to go to court, because if he doesn't go to court, that's for deportation. And if he doesn't go to court, he will be ordered deported in absentia, and there will be a warrant out for his arrest, and he will get arrested at some point in time. What he needs to do is he needs to come to see a lawyer ASAP, immediately. ASAP means as soon as possible, immediately, so we can review his case and see what options he has. He's in deportation. What options he has to beat his deportation case. The last thing you want to do is run away from a problem. You have a problem, you hit that problem head on, go to a good lawyer. I'm not the only good lawyer in the world, but go to a good lawyer and try to hit that problem and defend yourself and stand up for yourself and see what can be done. Don't run away from it, because if you run away from it, it only causes more problems.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am? So,
all right, thank you.
Okay, so if you need more information, all you got to do is call Spar and Bernstein, 1-800-526-7977. That's 1-800-526-7977. That's the telephone number to make a call and make an appointment at Spar and Bernstein. But right now, we've got Mr. Brad Bernstein on, and you're on with Brad. Good afternoon. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, ma'am. It's your turn. Go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I have a question. There's a lot of people getting married and coming up here on the false pretense. After they come up here and you know that they're not here for love, can you have them deported?
Are you saying somebody married you or just random people?
Yeah, somebody married me, but he just married me to come here. That's what I found out after.
Well, I mean, if you can't have them deported, but like anybody else, if you choose to, you can write a letter to the Immigration Service with proof that you believe that he misrepresented why he came here, and say to them that it was a bogus marriage, and submit proof of it, and they will take that into consideration. The other thing, if you really want to be, ingenious about what you want to do, is you can try to get an annulment. Listen, I'm not in the business of trying to take people's green cards away. I'm just answering the questions as they come. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but if you really want to be ingenious, you get an annulment. If you get an annulment from the person, you go to a judge and say the fraud was committed against me. That's what an annulment is. Fraud was committed against me, and as a result of the fraud was that the guy married me just for a green card and for no other reason. Then the judge gives you an annulment. An annulment means the marriage is void. It never happened. The marriage never happened, and the basis for his green card is not there.
Okay, can I ask you this question? Even if I'm married to him for over 3 years, I can still get the annulment under these grounds?
Well, I think the longer you're married, the less likely it would be to get an annulment on those grounds.
Okay, but I married him in Jamaica.
Yeah, you would need to speak to a divorce attorney. I mean, we are divorce attorneys, so you can't make an appointment to come see us.
Okay, then. Where are you located?
I'm in downtown Manhattan at 225 Broadway.
Thank you so much.
And you have the number, ma'am?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome. Thanks for calling, and we hope that works out for you. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. It's 1-800-526-7977. That's 1-800-526-7977 to make an appointment at Spar and Bernstein. And Brad, that's a new one. That is that is a new one.
Well, I mean, everyone always says they want to write a letter. The best way is void the marriage out. Then the basis for the, if you feel you were committed for it, now you're going to have to be able to prove that in a court.
Right.
And if you can't prove that in a court, you just can't say it. I mean, you're going to have to be able to prove it.
Right.
But if you can prove it and you can convince a judge, then if that man or woman did a dirty deed to you, which was basically marry you for a green card, and you can prove that, then that person's going to get screwed.
Yeah, she does sound very hurt about it too.
Right.
All right, Brad, let's take one more call in this segment. This is, of course, Irie Jam Radio. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
We're doing good. Go ahead with your question, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bernstein. I wanted to ask if one was applying for citizenship, does it matter what your record was outside of this country?
Sure. Yeah, any arrest anywhere in the world matters.
Okay.
All right. It matters for two purposes. One, for good moral character, if it happens in the last 5 years. Actually, for three. Two, if there's some connection between your moral character in the last 5 years to something you did beyond the 5 years, even if it's in another country. Or three, if immigration never knew about this arrest or conviction in another country and gave you a green card, now you got a big problem when it surfaces on your citizenship.
Okay.
All right. So yes, you have to mention all of them. And if you have that problem, I would suggest you give us a call and let's see what we can do to help you with that. And as Dubmaster said, the number is 1-800-JAM-79.
Does it matter if it happened to someone when they were a minor?
Well, if it's a juvenile delinquent, then that's a different story. But who knows if there's juvenile delinquency in other countries? So you would really need to come and talk to us before you would file any citizenship. That would be my advice.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Again, we've got attorney Brad Bernstein on. This is all about the law and you. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have any legal issues whatsoever, again, your telephone number to call is 1-800-526-7977. That's 1-800-526-7977. And we also got to remind you that Mr. Brad Bernstein and his staff, they are working extremely hard. And yes, they are a full-service law firm. Now, remember, prior results do not guarantee similar outcome in future cases. However, once again, Mr. Brad Bernstein and his team, they have been doing an excellent job. And that's why they're number one on this radio station and across the tri-state area. Correct, sir?
If you say so, in your opinion, I'm number one. I don't know, That's all we could say legally.
Well, well all the articles and all the accolades that you have been getting, they speak for themselves also, sir.
That is right.
So, I can say it. Number one on this radio station, and people are realizing that that's exactly what you do, Brad. You get to the point and you answer the questions.
Well, you know what? I mean, the reality is this. I mean, I don't want to compare myself to anybody else. Okay, and I'm sure everybody is good at what they do. I don't like to bash anybody, but I mean, people aren't dumb. You can listen when you go to a lawyer's office. You know when a lawyer seems to know what he's talking about, and when a lawyer seems to be talking nonsense. And,
right.
And as long as you use your common sense, no matter where you go to or who you listen to, then hopefully everything should work out for you.
That's right, sir. All right. Well, Brad, unfortunately, we are out of time for this segment, sir, but I thank you for taking time out to just be here to do what you do. Again, 1-800-526-7977 is a telephone number to call, ladies and gentlemen. 1-800-526-7977. Mr. Brad Bernstein, have yourself a great evening, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Okay, take care.
Yeah, bye-bye.
All right. Irie Jam Radio 93.5 FM. We're inside the Irie Traffic Jam. Dubmaster Chris in studios. And we are definitely running really tight right now. So let's do this.